Now where could my pipe be? Garfield?
When I was 18 years old, I saw for the first time in my life, I saw a vision of clarity. I saw a comic strip, a 3-panel comic strip that, though simple as it seemed, changed me, changed my being, changed who I am, made me who I am, enlightened me. The strip, Garfield. The comic strip was new, no more than maybe a month and a half since inception, since coming into existence. And there it was before me in print. I saw it, a comic strip. What was it called? Garfield. The story here is of a man, a plain man. He is John, but he is more than that. I will get to this later. But first, let us just say he is John, a plain man. And then there is a cat, Garfield. This is the nature of the world here. When I see the world, the politics, the future, the satellites in space, and the people who put them there, you can look at everything as a man and a cat. Two beings in harmony and at war. So the strip I saw about this man, John, and the cat, Garfield, you see, yes, it is about everything. This little comic is, oh, lo and behold, not so little anymore. So yes, when I was 18, I saw this comic, and it hit me all at once, its power. I clipped it, and every day I looked at it, and I said, okay, let me look at this here. What is this doing to me? Why is this so powerful? John Arbuckle, he sits here, legs crossed, comfortable in his home, and he reads his newspaper. The news of the world, perhaps. And then he extends his fingers lightly, delicately. He taps his fingers on an end table and he feels for something. What is it? It is something he needs, but it is not there. And then he looks up, slightly cockeyed, and he thinks. His newspaper in his lap now, and he thinks this. Now where would my pipe be? This. I always come to this because I'm older now, and I still don't seek the answers. So this question still rings true. John looks up and he thinks, now where would my pipe be? And then it happens. You see it. You see, it's almost like divine intervention. Suddenly, it is there. It overpowers you. A cat is smoking a pipe. It is a man's pipe. It's John's pipe. But the cat, this cat Garfield, is smoking the pipe. And from afar, and from someplace near, but not clear. Near, but not clear. The man calls out. John calls out. He is shot. Garfield! He shouts. Garfield, the cat's name. But let's take a step back. Let us examine the small size, all perspectives. And when I first came across this comic strip, I was in my father's house. The newspaper had arrived, and I picked it up for him and brought it inside. I organized his sections for him, and yes, the comic strip section fell out from somewhere in the middle and landed on the kitchen floor. I picked up the paper pages and saw somewhere near the top of this strip. Just like John, I too was wearing an aquamarine shirt. So I thought, interesting. I'll have to see to this later. I snipped out the little comic and held on to it. And 5 days later, I re-examined it. And it gripped me. I needed to find out more about this. The information I had was minimal, but enough. An orange cat in Garfield. Okay, that seems to be the linchpin of this whole operation. Yes, another clue, a signature in the bottom right corner, a man's name, Jim Davis. Yes, I'm on it for sure. So, 1, Garfield, orange cat, and 2, Jim Davis, the creator of this cat, and that curiously plain man. I did not at the time that it was John. The scriptures had no mention of his name. I'd never seen it before. But I had these clues. Jim Davis, Garfield. And then I saw more. I spotted the tiny copyright mark in the upper left corner. Copyright 1978 to... What is this? Copyright belongs to a Pause Incorporated. I used the local library and also to track down the information I was looking for. Jim Davis, a cartoonist, had created a comic strip about a cat, Garfield, and a man, John Arnold. Well, from that point on, I made sure I read Garfield comic strips. But as I read each one, as each day passed, the strips seemed to resonate with me less and less. I sent letters to Pause Incorporated, long letters, pages upon pages, asking if Mr. Jim Davis could somehow publish just the one comic over and over again. It would be meditating, I wrote. The strength of that. Could you imagine? But no response. The strips lost their power, and eventually I stopped reading them. I did not want my perceptions to lose, so I vowed to read pipe strip over and over again. That is what we call the pipe strip. The pipe strip. Everything about it is perfect. I can only describe it as a miracle creation. Something came together. The elements aligned. It's like the cosmic orchestra is up there over your head. The immense, enormous void is working all for one thing, to tell you one thing. Gas and rock and purity and nothing. I will say this. When I see the pipes, and every single time I look at the lines, the colors, the shapes that make up the three-panel comic, I see perfection. Do I find perfection in many things? Some things, I would say. Some things are perfect. And this is one of them. I can look at the little tuft of hair on John Orkel's head. It is the perfect shade. The purple pipe in Garfield's mouth. How could a mere mortal even make this? I have a theory about Jim Davis. After copious research, yes, of course, now we have the internet. This information is all readily available, but Jim Davis used his life experiences to influence his comic. Like I mentioned before, none of them seem to have the weight of a pipe strip. But you have to wonder about the man who was able to just once create a perfect form, literally flawless execution art, brilliance, just as a word. I think there's a spiritual element at work. I've seen my share of bad times. When you have something, well, it's just emotions and neurons in your brain, but something tells you that it's the truth. Truth's radiant light. Garfield the cat? Neurons in my brain, it's a harmony, you see. John and Garfield, it's truly harmony, like a continuous looping, everlasting harmony. The lavender chair, the brown end table, the salmon-colored wall, the forest green carpet, and Garfield's hunch, perched. Perhaps with the pipes that firmly between his jowls. His tail curls around. It's more than shapes, too. Yes. Okay. Stay with me. I've done this experiment several times. You take the strip. You trace only the basic elements. You can do anything. You can simplify the shapes down to just blobs, just outlines, but it still makes sense. You can replace the blobs with magazine cutouts and other things. Replace John Arbuckle with a car parked in a driveway sideways. Cut that out of the magazine, stick in. Replace him there in the second panel with a food processor. Okay. And then we put a picture of the planet in the third panel under Garfield. It still works. These are universal proportions. I don't know what best to explain why it works. I studied the pipe strip and analyzed John and Garfield's proportions against several universal mathematical constants. E, pi, the golden ratio, the Fine Hubble constants, and so on. It's surprising. It's scary. There's a lot.
You can take just tiny pieces of pipe, take John's elbow from John's head, take that out, check that out.
See a near perfect Fibonacci sequence emerge. It's eerie.
It makes you wonder if you're in the presence of a deity.
If there is some larger hand at work. There's no doubt in my mind that Jim Davis is a smart man. Jim Davis is capable of anything to me. It is remarkable. But this is so far beyond that. I think we might see that this work of art is revered and respected in years to come. Jim Davis is also made his master of They say the same things about Jim Davis in 500 years that we say about the great philosophical and artistic masters from centuries ago. Jim Davis is the modern-day Socrates, Da Vinci, mixing both striking visual beauty with classical, daring, unheard-of intellect. Look, he combines these things to make profoundly simple expressions. His strip is his masterpiece. The pipe strip is his masterpiece. And it is a masterpiece of the world. I often look at Garfield's particular pose in the strip. He is poised and statuesque, and his cat stare is reminiscent of the fiery cases often found in religious iconography. The still's eyes are playful, like somewhere between the solemn flies of depression and Rembrandt's Return of the Prophet's Son and the coy smirk of Da Vinci's St. John the Baptist. His ears stick up, signifying a peak earnest. As if you could at any moment have to see that well. Pray. You could see the power coming to power time, powerful haunches of weed. The third panel. I'm just saying stuff. This is just coming to now.
The third panel of the pipe strip is essentially
The entire strip itself.
all the power dynamics, the struggle for superiority, right? Who has the pipe? Where is the pipe? All of that is drawn, built, layered.
Layer Garfield's iconic pose here. You can see it in the curl of his tail. Garfield's ear whiskers stick out on end, the smoke billows upward, drawing the eye. Increasing scope, I'm just amazed. Really? That after 33 years of reading and analyzing the same comic strip, I've been able to find new dimensions is a testament to the work. For 6 years I dealt with tobacco research because you can't smoke. This is a metaphysical question. Yes. Can any cat smoke? Can we know? Can just Garfields? The research says no. Nicotine poisoning can kill animals, especially household pets. All it takes is the nicotine found in total is a single cigarette. Sure, John's pipe holds a substantial amount of tobacco. And it is true that pets living alone with smokers are nearly 25% more likely to develop some form of cancer. Most likely due to cigarette smoke. But these are facts of smoking that's told on our world. But after visiting 2 tobacco processing plants in Virginia, the Fillmore cigarette manufacturing facility became no closer to cracking the meaning. I was looking for any insight. A detective of a homicide case has to look at every angle. So I'm always taking apart the pipe strip. I focused on every minutiae, every detail of the strip. John Arbuckle's clothing. I have replicas. I'm an expert in textiles. So you see, the smoking thing was a hang for me. What was the statement here? Until... This is key. This is the breakthrough. The pipe is not a pipe. Obviously, there's symbolism here. I saw that from the beginning. I looked at the literal aspects of the script to gain insight into the metaphors at play. I worked at a newspaper printing press for 18 months in the late 1980s. I was learning the literal to inform niches from the subliminal, the in-between. John reading newspaper means so much more than just John reading newspaper. And how could you ever hope to decipher the puzzle without knowing everything there is to know about newspapers? Okay. For example, John holds his paper up with his left hand, thumb gripping the interior. I learned that this particular grip here is the newspaper grip of the 19th century aristocrats. This aristocrat grip is a point of contention that influenced the decision to move forward with prohibition in the United States in the early 20th century. So John's position is a comment on class war and the resulting reactions of culture. But I didn't know about the aristocratic newspaper grip until I came across the macrofacial archives of the printing press. It's about information. You have to take it apart. And the breakthrough on the smoking cat came this 8 years ago, actually. Smoking cat is an industry term.
This was the smoking industry calls them cattle pills.
He tells on his friends after they all
Tried smoking for the first time.
It is actually a foreign translation, bastardization of the first smoking cat.
The first used for non-music.
In China and America.
These doctors
The reason I know about the term is because I know a man. Let's call it Timothy. Yeah.
Yes, it's a big name for his profession.
Timothy worked for Philip Morris for 16 years, and he'd seen the documents. When he told me, it was an aha moment. And he said, but how? How could this cartoonist, Jim Davis, know about this obscure term from the mid-70s used exclusively by a few cigarette companies? This is still a mystery to me. But I connected the dots by noting Jim Davis's childhood experiences on a farm. He must have seen something. What could it be?
Timothy went on to tell me there was one particular
Smoking cat. Oh, I can. From, yes, Indiana. A boy named Ernie Barker, who became a thorn in the side of the tobacco companies for a couple of years. He did more than tell to his parents. His family took legal action. Received settlement payout. But that name is too similar. Ernie Barbuckle. John Arbuckle. Jim Davis must have used this. But there's more here. Ernie Barbuckle spent nearly half that settlement money on experimental medical procedures to cure his impotence. He was impotent. So he was a smoking cat with a metaphorical pipe that did not work. Are you starting to see the layers here? This is exciting stuff. You start to get a whole picture here, and it informs the work. It's just remarkable. Jim Davis took these raw ideas, these pieces, and he transformed them into smart social commentary that is also ravishingly beautiful. I have cried. I've cried over this piece. It just gets into my soul. I try to explain this to people. I have the newspaper articles about Ernie Barbuckle. People are thought they don't see it, or they are closed-minded. How can a comic strip about a cat smoking a pipe mean any more than that? But it is more. when I feel spiritual or start to think existentially, I still see this comic. Here is something from 1981 that I wrote in thinking about the implications of this trip. This is just an excerpt here. There's more before and after, but this part is the essence to me. If a comic about a cat smoking a pipe can be the only thing in the universe, then maybe this is the strongest evidence for that. Many of you say, "Oh, but I am not blind. I have never been blind." But when you truly see, you will understand just how truly blind you once were to even think it right to say you were not blind. What does a blind man see? Blackness, darkness, blankness, black darkness, dark blankness, the absence of things, quite literally no thing, no things, nothing, nothings. So you see nothing, and I bring you into the light. A cat has your pipe. You've been blind, do you understand this? The cat has your pipe. You can't fully immerse yourself. You don't have the light. You don't have the radiance, the radical light, the madly radiant light of truth and truth's belonging love and nature of light and loving truth radiance. So don't be bold and make bold statements. I know of you. The cat has your pipe. The cat has your pipe. That right, y'all. It's kind of early 80s feel. And I see that. Sometimes I imagine it is the editorial column of newspaper articles or reading. It's an exercise in recursion, like a vortex of something. It's like the old two eras of neutral, one's reality and the other's a cartoon strip. Let's see. It is. I must write this up because I think surely can exist to get speaking on multiple levels. Including the details set before us in the comic. Notice John Arnold's foot first hand. The size of the shoe would indicate they may even have just as small feet. But a deeper investigation takes us to the foot body and rituals of certain Asian cultures. The foot is usually on women for desire of men. This practice is incredibly painful and crippling. Mr. Stevens is here presenting as a man, or rather, man, when you use the foot binding, a body modification for women, top of being known as pipe or impotent. This is a man facing extreme inner turmoil. The panels tell the story subconsciously. Notice the background wall shape. The first panel was inward from Sean, the second panel. And the sharp purple pipe in the third frame also pointing John in the second panel. The eye is drawn, center panel. You can connect these points and draw triangles across the panels. This triangle will align with the reoriented points of Sean's skull. This is majestic artwork. To uncover this hidden murder, this land, comfort. I can't help but read the thought bubble again and again. Now where could my pipe be? This is a profound question. Why am I here? What is my purpose? It is reflection and self-examination here. It is facing the dust, the misery of a cold, careless universe. You can feel the weight of it. And where could my pipe be? One imagines the author Jim Davis nearly teetering on the edge of insanity. His rationality, his lucidity hovering over the void. And he sees the truth. You can see the blind quality of the flies, the thoughtful, controlled outlines, his chaotic struggles, and shadows. It's almost as if Garfield is chaos himself. Yes. He is the embodiment of chaos, disorder, hatred, fear, thievery, death, destruction. These are what Garfield represents. He stole the night. He stole his back into our life. Garfield
Garfield Cat sees the hopelessness of life. This is why I did this. A disregard for what some would define as the beauty of life. Garfield may die from the next. He may not.
He defies life. He sits defiant.
Saying nothing. What is it to say?
And let me die.
It does not matter. It does not matter.
Does not matter. Does not matter.
And we're faced with this.
Could John behave this time?
Is John a glimmer of hope?
He seems to be unsure.
Again his question.
Now where could
My pipe be? Indicates that he's wrestling.
his own existence?
The center panel centers the issue again.
This harkens to many
Great religious works of art.
I'm talking about the pipe strip.
In relation to religion. It's interesting.
To sign the rules of God
And by God, or his name, know him to be
the devil, or on a much larger scale.
Please to the right. Note the two forms of John. John on the left. John on the left. Still the light of the last knowledge. He is the humans in the garden. Feels for his Notice how Jim Davis is framed. The center John. Locked in the struggle. It is knowledge of the truth. Knowledge of the truth. Davis quotes all of this as creator. God of sorts. God is own right. And he presents this cautionary message to his own. He is speaking from high. He is saying unto our awaiting ears, where will you be? Where will Cat reveals himself? I can tell you where you will be. You will have a choice. You can face endless suffering, eternal misery, be forced, beaten down to barbarians who claw each other just for you of salvation. They'll tear your eyeballs out, rip your gizzards from end to end. They worship this cat, this false idol, this horrible cat. Do not be seduced by the cat in the pipe. Garfield, thy name is a mark of the demons of hell. Something this, to those listening, is a stark reminder of all the path of the first panel.
Be humble, be grateful,
Honor the law and honor thyself.
be true,
Be good.
for your salvation.
Be like John.
Moses' hand.
Be like John.
Moses' ear. If he turns his hand,
Now, John.
praise of the Creator should be his.
And banish Eden Garfield from your life. So it is always. Or my son. So what does all this mean?
What is this long cause for
So
some
important to me.
intensity found only in
smallest sticks, the littlest twig, the tiniest cell, the most minuscule grain of sand on the beach. This is the secret. You won't lie. Do you know what? You ask us. You ask. Yes. You ask. As a young man. Remember now, I first saw this car. I was 18 years old. But I was youthful. For weeks I took hiking around the trees, having such a profound effect on me. That was much like John in this little panel. He says, "Now where could my brother be?" You can look into his eyes, think to yourself, now, sure, John, sure, we cannot do this together. This is nothing new for you. And if you've read more of the Garfield comic strips by Tom Davis, you understand what I'm saying. Garfield the cat does those things all the time. He will take things from John, food, items, anything. This is his very nature. So you see, you want to say, John, come lying to yourself. Lying to yourself into pause as you pretend you have not any idea who Piper's here.
Perhaps you think you left us somewhere else.
You're not so forgetful.
You were lying to yourself.
Yes.
You were lying to yourself. You know that Garfield doesn't lie.
Somewhere deep down, you know this.
You don't even need to think the question.
And that's me by self-esteem.
Lonely paths each
I
morning.
open my door and smack it shut.
I would go along the comic.
But I pause and think,
Oh no, I don't need this.
I don't need to look at it. But there I was lying to myself.
I did need to see it.
That's all you
You give in, and
There's
then
the transition from the second panel of life to the third
panel of life.
There's a simple story structure, passage from the second act
To the third, the twilight of things.
John gives into his suspicions.
He knows the truth.
He's always known the truth. He yells out,
Garfield, Garfield, Garfield!
just like pressure from the steam now.
He's almost unbearable, and then
He's gone. So it is like this.
I speak about the truth.
The truth, the light, the radiance.
This is the kind of thing I'm talking about.
This is the essence of this brilliant work of art. How people mix the meaning, the creed, the spirituals, all here. Spirituality is not easy to take in front. You might find yourself able to rest your mind about a simple math problem, basic music, or it's much less subjective. Spirituality.
How about it?
Sincerity. A lot of time. I spent some time as I mentioned before. Soul searching. There's the sections that we He said you don't know who you are. That can be a very scary process, especially if you find that big grasp on this sort of thing. Imagine that you hates you not know who he was. But he gave you bullshit and cultural messages. Of course it won't. It helps us characters. John. But if Jim Hayes suddenly woke up and didn't know John was, what if he couldn't make informed decisions to accurately connect Garfield's
didn't recognize you as myself. Undoubtedly, dire circumstances. This was not a battle. This was not something.
Rectangular boxes. Man, hair, large cat. I knew what this was, even in her first spell. I knew what this was. She was drawing a Garfield comic.
I knew what it was. I saw it in her script.
John asked Dorothy for free
The newspaper.
funny, since I've done just that.
Myself.
Garfield was sarcastic, he was agrees to.
He returns and calls
John.
Sahib.
Funny slaves, funny results,
Sahib asks fish.
Papers wet.
Sahib asks cat.
papers.
I remember the borders. Right back in my house, I thought,
How odd is it? How shows up in the strength of
my spiritual advisor named it
avant-garde suicide.
coincidence, sure. That was it.
16 hours pouring through my
Garfield comics, looking for the strip.
This young girl had been coloring and couldn't find it.
I actually fell asleep on my kitchen table. Next morning, I appraised my neighbor again, and I think the Garfield comic. Dated July 12th, 1983, in Derry, Sahib strip with all its core.
The girl had been drawing the next day's strap.
Well, I've been running out of my house. I went back where she was, and she was gone. It was a sale sign. It moved out.
I rushed back to my house to call Abba. I was informed I hurried up for several hours, but it all connected for me.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be. It was meant to be this way.
John, Garfield. It was always meant to be. They moved to the formula. Everything else fades away. Everything else, like girl underneath stand, bottom, stop, six, has to show me the way, Everything else melted. It was beautiful here. And it's right. He's gonna be here. First song, it's the first day of my life. And that day, I never looked back. Garfield has transformed. And I'm a man born anew because of Garfield. When I was in my mid-30s, I was interviewed for a documentary. It was a documentary on the subject of cat behavior. Now, I've had cats my whole life. I have 3 cats now, and at the time of this documentary interview, I had 4 cats. I sat down for the interview and was destroyed by a veterinarian specialized in feline. Dr. Carolyn Willis was her name. The doctor discussed the color blindness and how it affects her behavior. She specifically called this very They can see colors. They can't tell the difference between red and green. And look at the color. Look at the pulses, the strip. Garfield sits on a green floor behind a pinkish red wall.
fast, I'm sure I nearly scared her. Pointed at the paper and said, like this, like this, like this. Look, get this here.
Garfield, he's colorblind. He must be. That must be the answer here. Like this. As overexcited as I was, I managed to take in the response. She said, Cat's no spatial confusion, you have the names of cat in the range room. Now, she informed me this isn't exactly common knowledge among cat owners. The seasoned cat owner, or someone particularly perceptible, picked up on it. So what's incredible here is not only is Garfield's behavior symbolic of the devil and all the evil constructs in the world, but also it's rooted in scientific fact. A chemical fact, not a cat. Doesn't work. Take that a fact. It can't spell track. No, okay. I digress. It is established here that Garfield is your rage, ultimate rage, fury, and hatred caused by colorblindness. We know the what, we know the why, but let us examine the how. The how of his rage is particularly interesting. We've looked at his posture and know the power and control. Composed rage. It's peculiar.
And I've talked to a number of psychologists and
psychiatrists, even a couple of anger management therapists about this concept. Could we see the same kind of behavior in a human? Is Garfield representative of something more specific than just chaos and rage? Deciphering this is going to take some perseverance for sure. The psychologist pointed to a phenomenon in humans, and yes, I believe one of the anger management counselors brought it up as well. The idea that people over time will bottle rage. Garfield the cat here. Well, he could be bottling his anger inside, shutting him deep into his cat gut to ignore and deal with a later time. No, that's not exactly right. Garfield has already acted out. He's already spilled the light. He's spoken the light. He's already dealt with his anger. He's already lashed out, so psychologically, what is going on here? What is this cat doing, and how does it impact his owner, John Arlo? Psychologically. Well, Garfield is angry. He's acting on his anger. Is this passive anger or aggressive anger? Passive. Is passive because if Garfield has a problem with John specifically, he's choosing a passive to be a cure for that problem. He's not confronted John and said, John, I have a problem with the way you decorated this room. As a cat, I'm colorblind, and this sends me into a rage. You've created a rage room for me here, and I don't like it. I want you to change it. Instead of that confrontational approach, Garfield has chosen to steal John's pipe. And that in turn angers John. But John decides to be aggressively angry and yell at Garfield. So now instead of a calm conversation between two respectful parties, you have two heated, angry individuals, each with a problem and no direct line to solve it. The layered emotions here tell a story with